welcome back to another video. So here we are, finally, the World Cup. The World Cup mode on FIFA 23. I'm sorry that obviously this is much later than anyone else will upload a video, and I haven't uploaded in the last week. But basically, it's the mock weeks at my school, so don't really have much time in the week, because obviously in the days at school I'm having the mocks, and then after school at home after revise, so weekends will really only be the chance I have until the end of the mocks. So yeah, unfortunate, but just what I work with. There will still be a Nottingham Forest career mode episode tomorrow. I just wanted to get a World Cup video out. So yeah, let's go. Basically, this series we are going to be winning England the World Cup. For my first World Cup series, simple, winning in the World Cup. My country obviously want them to win the World Cup. Yeah. So my lineup, if you guys have FIFA 23 and have seen the the players they give you, you know there's some absolutely ridiculous ones. But what I've done is I have made it a rule that I can only use players who have been called up, apart from one, because there's no other options. So let me show you the squad. So here we have Sterling on the left, Kane up top, and Saka on the right. This is personally the front three I think we should use at the World Cup. We've got Mount in like kind of stretched out cam position, and then Bellingham and Rice in the midfield. Again, then that's what a midfield should be. They've got Luke Shaw, John Stones, Maguire, Trent, and Pickford. I would put it's tough between Trippier and Trent, so I've just put Trent in because he's high rated, but in the actual game, yeah. And obviously I wouldn't like Maguire in, but my next best option is 79 overall, so I'm just going to have to deal with it. Going to the bench, you can see the problem immediately. We've got Tammy Abraham on the bench, but the unfortunate thing is that Callum Wilson, he isn't in this squad, while people like Ollie Watkins, Calvert-Lewin and Bamford are in the squad. Callum Wilson isn't, which means that I'm just going to have to use Abraham because he would probably have been the closest to being called up. So yeah, like look at this, they've got freaking Jesse Lingard, Patrick Bamford, Ollie Watkins. Like, it's ridiculous. And yes, it's controversial, but I'm leaving Foden on the reserves. I do not rate Foden. You might think it's just because he's a Man City player, but I don't rate Foden. He does good for Man City, but when he gets in an England shirt, he's just awful. So yell at me all you want, but he's staying on that reserves unless there's a serious injury crisis. So this is the bench: Abraham, Grealish, Henderson, Gallagher, Phillips, Trippier and Dyer. I really did not want Phillips on my bench, but obviously no other options. The only other midfield option is Ward-Prowse, and somehow he didn't get called up. So yeah, okay. So that is the squad. Now let's get into the first game. In this episode, we will just be playing the group stage. Obviously, like my career mode videos, they will be cut down to the highlights. So yeah, the group stage today, and then after that we should be done with this series in like 3 episodes. Group stage number 1, round of 16 quarters in the second, and then if we get that far, semi-finals and final in the 3rd episode. So without further ado, let's get into it. Here's our attack here. Raheem Sterling down the wing. He tries to cut inside. He gives it to Mason Mount. He gives it to Harry Kane. Harry Kane shoots. Oh, and it is finally 1-0 on the 35th minute. It took a while to crack them down, but it is our captain, Harry Kane, with our first goal of the tournament in this group stage. I ran for valiantly, but it's 1-0. Harry Kane. Let's get on with our Iran kickoff at Wales versus US, 0-0 at Senegal versus Netherlands, and wherever we get out in this group, that will determine who we face, Netherlands or Senegal, unless Qatar or Ecuador somehow do a madness. So let's get in the second half. Sterling sends the ball into Saka, but it is not a good one. It is an England free kick though, in a dangerous position, so because there's no Ward-Prowse, we will give this, and no Trippier, we will be giving this to Trent. Can he score with a 0.05 chance of scoring? Oh, and it was actually a decent free kick. Okay, we are going to be making some substitutions here. We will bring on Jack Grealish on that flank for Bukayo Saka. Actually, no, Sterling is actually more tired, so we will bring Grealish. Actually, no, yeah, let's do that. We will bring Grealish on for him, and then we have Shaw's looking tired. Going to bring Trippier on at left back. We give the ball to Raheem. If he can twirl the defender, he's through. He gives it to Harry Kane. Harry Kane for 2-0. 2-0 England. It's been a tense match, but that should just finish it off with Harry Kane scoring. It was a great free ball to Sterling and great awareness by Sterling to not straight away make the run and wait for Kane. 2-0 England. And it is going, and seemingly it is going off to a good start in the World Cup for us. Iran have an opportunity to put a cross in the box. Grealish is marking him, but he gets past him. Could this be a goal for them? But no, it's a great save from Jordan Pickford to put it out for a corner. We will make a sub here. Harry Kane's looking tired. He's got his 2 goals. He's done his job. And even though he didn't get called up, seeing as Wilson isn't here, Abraham's the best I got. So he's coming on for Harry Kane for the rest of the game. Trust me, I don't like it either. I would like to use Kane, but I mean Wilson, but that's all it is. Anyway, we could be sent on the counter attack here. Jack Grealish down the wing. It's not a great ball though, and Iran get it back. Iran crosses in, headed away by John Stones. We send the free ball to Tammy Abraham, who can score here. 3-0 Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham off the bench. Just think of Tammy Abraham as Callum Wilson instead. And it is 3-0 Iran. It was a nervy first half with 1 goal, but we are settling into the second half. We are going to bring Dyer on for Maguire for the last part of this game, but it should be settled at this point. Iran kick off. Block here, and it goes out for a corner in the last parts of the game. We send it in. Tammy Abraham's there. Can't do anything. We get it straight back though. There could still be a 4th goal before the end of this. It's given to Trent. I think it was offside. Doesn't matter. It was intercepted. That is full time. 3-0 England over Iran in the first game, and winning the first game always gives you a boost, especially because this group goes from least difficult to most difficult in Iran, USA, and Wales. So yeah. Good start. I'm sorry if this video is a bit longer. The other 2 will be like my normal lengths of my career mode videos, but I didn't want to leave one group stage game out of the first video, so this one's just going to be a longer one. And it looks like Netherlands went on to beat Senegal 2-1, which means that at the moment, if we finish top of our group and that stays about the same, we will be facing Senegal. Next up, we have got USA, who drew with Wales. I didn't see that one. And I am going to make a change here. I am going to start Trippier in the right back position, just in case we get a free kick. We kick off. Saka sends Jude Bellingham down on the wing. Jude Bellingham crosses it into the box. He gives it to Mason Mount. It ends up in Turner's hands. One more last attempt. We could have one last attempt here. Mason Mount has taken up a position on the wing, a place where he sometimes plays for Chelsea. One last opportunity. It's crossed into Saka, and that will be half time. 0-0 against the US. I don't know. I just called them the US. I know they're the USA, but I just call them the US. So yeah, it literally says in the game just United States. So yeah, no reason to change it so far. We put Harry Kane through. Is he onside? Is question. Yes, he is. Oh, and he hits the post again, but it gets back to Jude Bellingham. And this time when Kane hits the post, someone is there for the rebound. And it is Jude Bellingham's first ever England World Cup goal. Hopefully he'll get a few in the in the actual World Cup. But here it is, Jude Bellingham celebrating. As we can see here, Harry Kane hits the post yet again. He's been super unlucky this game. But this time, keeper Turner's out of his net. Jude Bellingham comes in for the rebound. No stopping him there. 1-0 just after half-time. US kickoff. Target. But Turner just manages to get there. But here's Raheem Sterling for 2-0. Now that the goals have started, they can't stop. Raheem Sterling's first goal of the competition. Jude Bellingham and Sterling have scored their first goals of the competition. Obviously in this series, Jude, this is his first World Cup goal, but obviously Sterling scored them before. Actually, I don't know, did he score much in the 2018 World Cup? Can't really remember. I'm guessing he scored at least once. Anyway, not the point. US kickoff. He doesn't get it. It's given back to Sterling here. Sterling looking for an option. He decides losing the ball is the best option apparently. And we are going to make some substitutes now. Harry Kane's looking tired again, so he hasn't had the best game, so we'll sub him off. We have another free kick. I bet we're about to, but we will bring on Trent now. Actually, never mind. We will bring on Trent, but it will be at left back because Shaw is absolutely exhausted. And we will bring Grealish on there, and I don't really know who's the best option for Cam is because we don't have a designated Cam, but I guess Gallagher, because Henderson and Phillips are CDM midfielder roles, so I guess Gallagher would probably be best for Cam. Actually, I guess Jude could play there. It's not his natural position, but I think he'd be decent in there. There are the substitutions. Jude Bellingham has the ball. He passes it to Tammy Abraham. And Tammy Abraham gets a goal as soon as he is subbed on. Tammy Abraham is looking lethal in this tournament, even though he's not even going to be there in real life. And as soon as he comes on, he scores to make it 3-0 for England here. Let's give Sterling, you know what, 3-0 is good. Don't want this to overrun too much. Yep, that's good. So, and Senegal winning against Qatar, Iran actually winning against Wales, didn't set that. So yeah, what I've noticed so far, Abraham looking good, Kane is looking good, he just had a not so good game there. And now we are on to the final group stage game and also the final game in this episode. We are already through with those 2 wins, but we do need this to top the group. Yeah, we do need to top the group, so let's go. We kick off. Straight back to Mason Mount, who gives it to Raheem Sterling, who's waiting for Luke Shaw on that left flank. He crosses it into Saka. It is headed away. It's headed straight back to Mason Mount, who shoots. It's saved. It is a corner. Mason Mount sends it in the corner here. It goes to Harry Maguire. It's gone away. Jude Bellingham tries to take a shot. It's deflected. Oh, and apparently it was a handball from one of our players. They've been given a free kick. I thought it was in for a second. It's out for another corner. I think it was going to be in if it didn't take that deflection. And it's headed over. It is 1-0 Wales. It has been Wales all game here. And now Wales have taken the lead. Kind of embarrassing seeing as they lost to Iran and drew with the USA. But we will just have to move on. 1-0 Wales, we kick off. It's sent in. Important interception there. It is sent through to Maguire and he is offside. Maybe the final chance of the first half here for England to get an equaliser. Harry Kane's waiting for Luke Shaw, but he's not getting the message, so he gives it to him. Raheem Sterling has given it to Mason Mount. Will we equalise on the brink of half time? He waits for Sterling. It's Saka instead, and Saka just puts it wide. And it is 1-0 Wales going into the break. And the US and Iran are drawing. Second half, they kick off. Luke Shaw crosses it in. Hennessy grabs it. Raheem Sterling's down the wing. He doesn't have much support. He tries to cross it into Harry Kane, and it goes out for a corner here. Mason Mount is going to send it in, try to get it on someone's head. It is sent into Harry Kane. Oh, and it's just palmed away by Hennessy. And it's sent over the bar by Harry Maguire. Okay, something needs to change here, because obviously this isn't working, and at this rate we might finish second in the group. I don't know, I didn't really pay attention to the amount of points that Iran and the US won. So, yeah. We will be subbing off Declan Rice for a two-striker formation here. Abraham has been in good form when he's come off the bench, so maybe he can be the difference maker here. Harry Kane. Tammy Abraham will do it again, straight off the bench. He's done it again. Straight off of the bench. The first attack after he's come off the bench, and Tammy Abraham has scored for us again. That's now three goals in 3 here, making it more than Harry Kane's 2 and 3. And he is on fire at the moment, and the thing is, he's not even going to the actual World Cup, and we need to be envisioning him as Callum Wilson. So Callum Wilson has scored. We have finally found the equaliser. Tammy Abraham is given straight back to Saka here. Saka tries to cross it into Harry Kane. Harry Kane, oh, and it's a great save. Isn't it? It is a great save here. Okay, we are going to go ultra attacking here. Back to the two-striker formation. Kane will have to see this one out. We will bring on Trippier. And that's it for now. Okay, Trippier will not be taking this corner because he's not left-footed. So Saka will launch the corner into the box. There's Harry Maguire! Harry Maguire, of all people, was almost a hero there. He's giving it straight back to Saka, who gives it straight back to Sterling. Here's Raheem Sterling, Raheem the Dream, Harry Maguire. And somehow Wales escaped with the draw still intact. And Wales could have an opportunity of their own here. Maguire decides to take him out for the so that there'll be one less player. But Pickford, oh, and somehow it isn't. Somehow they are not in the lead. I do not understand how that just happened. And the sacrifice Maguire just made is now 1,000,000 times more important. Waiting for Trent to make the run, which he has. He's made the run down the flank. I mean, he passes it. It is a corner. One last opportunity here. Harry Maguire gets the yellow card. One last opportunity. Saka. I will send someone up for this corner. Sterling. Sterling is the country's last hope here. He shoots from the edge of the box. There will be one more opportunity here. And that's it. It is a 1-1 draw against Wales. Yep, it is a 1-1 draw against Wales. A disappointing result, but that should still put us through top of the group. Like I said, disappointing result, but it should put us through top of the group. Which, yes, it does. Quite easily, to be fair. And it does seem like we will be facing Senegal in the round of 16. Which, yes, we are. It was a disappointing result. Tammy Abraham, the super sub. But that is the first part of this 3 or 4 part series. It should be 3 parts, but who knows? Maybe I'll dedicate an episode to the final. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Sorry this was a longer one, but I wanted to play all 3 group stage games in one episode instead of leaving one group stage game until the next episode, because that didn't really make sense. You might have noticed that the last one against Wales was cut down a bit. Like, I literally only showed the goals in like the last bit, but I did that so that it wouldn't be like over half an hour, because YouTube are very picky. If it's below 10 minutes, they like nab off, but if it's above half an hour, they're also like nab off. So very delicate system. But yeah, so these are the stats for us at the end of the first episode. Our top scorer is Tammy Abraham with 3 goals, and then it's Harry Kane, then it's Sterling and Jude are the only ones that have scored goals other than that. And then it's 2 assists for Harry Kane, 1 for Trippier, 1 for Sterling, 1 for Mount, and 1 for Jude Bellingham. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first part of this series. Let's bring it home in the series, guys. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all later.